Yeah, highly disturbing event took place over the weekend in Indiana. I'm going to show the video. It is pretty graphic and disturbing, like I said. So this is from Kanija for Humanity on Twitter. Kanija R. Woods underscore. Attempted lynching of a black man. A black man, Fox Rush Booker, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the name, living in Bloomington, Indiana, went to visit Lake Monroe with his white friends when white supremacists began to target him. This man was almost lynched in broad day, but y'all always rule in suicide.
We're just trying to get out of here, guys. We're just trying to get out of here. Let him go. Let him go, dude. Let him go. Let him go. Please, let him go. Please let him go. We're going to as soon as you let him go.
Up.
I'm going to. Guys, get the fuck out of here. Let him go. Let him Shake go. Your head at me. Let him go. Get the fuck out of here. Let him go.
I mean, imagine if he hadn't had friends with him, if he had just been out there by himself, like, it probably would have been, like, ruled a suicide, or we wouldn't have heard about this at all. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's so disgusting. And then, so this is screenshots from the victim. That a little smaller. I don't want to recount this, but I was almost the victim of attempted lynching. I don't want this to have happened to me or anyone. It hurts my soul and my pride, but there are multiple witnesses and it can't be hidden or avoided. On July 4th evening, others and me were victims of what I would describe as a hate crime. I was attacked by 5 men with Confederate flags who literally threatened to lynch me in front of numerous witnesses. For my family and friends, I'm okay. I was diagnosed with a minor concussion, some abrasions, bruising, and some ripped out hair patches. I'm sorry you're learning this way, but I don't have the energy to keep retelling this. You may not want to watch these videos. The backstory: some individuals, my friends and me, had all planned a gathering to view the lunar eclipse at Lake Monroe. Rather than celebrating Independence Day, fair point, Independence Day is a white supremacist holiday, we were simply looking forward to a night of enjoying awesome beauty. On our way into the park, a friend and I, encountered a large white male, seemingly drunk. Wearing an oversized hat with a Confederate flag print on it. We were polite and continued on, even though the encounter felt awkward. We noticed he began following us in an ATV, and we stopped as he drove up behind us, and then we stated we were on private property. We relayed to him that we believed the organizers had received permission from the property owner to cross, but apologized and went on to a beautiful site just off the water without any further incident. When arrived, we told the event organizer in the counter, and it was relayed that the individual wasn't the actual property owner, and the organizer apologized. Even still, we advised our folks still en route to use the public beachway to avoid any possible conflict arising. We later found out that these individuals had blocked off the public beach way with a boat and their ATVs, claiming that it was their land. When folks tried to cross, they yelled white power at them. Honestly, we thought it might just be the one drunken individual with the Confederate flag we encountered earlier who might be instigating the conflict. We decided just to walk back and attempt to simply have a conversation with some of the more sober-seeming group members and see if we could smooth things over a bit. We were calm and polite, but looking back, it's apparent that these individuals began targeting our group the moment they saw myself, a black man, and were looking to provoke a conflict. The individuals were calm for a moment, then quickly became aggressive and we started simply to leave. Rather than go back on the public beach, they angrily indicated for us to use the trail, so we complied, and friend and I started walking away from them back to our site. Short moment later, they began following us, yelling. Two of them jumped from behind me and knocked me to the ground. I tussled with two, and another joined in, then two more. The five were able to easily overwhelm me, and I got me to the ground, and dragged me, pinning my body against the tree as they began pounding on my head, and they ripped off some of my hair, with several of them still on top of my body, holding me down. They held me pinned and continued beating on me for several minutes, seemingly become more and more enraged as they kept trying to seriously injure me and failing. At one point during the attack, one of the men jumped on my neck. I could feel both his feet and his full body weight land hard against my neck. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's lucky he survived that. They could have broke his fucking neck, or I mean, god damn. It's so disgusting. It's a fucking hate crime. At this point, the commotion and the sounds, one of the men's young teenage daughters screaming for her father and the others to let me go, started attracting more people, most of whom I didn't know, who started attempting to intervene. The attackers told the group, "We're going to break his arms," while literally attempting to break my arms behind me, and they stated to the members their priority. Darn it. Let's see. Okay, is that the last one? There should be more, I thought. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. To get a noose amongst some of their other slurs. With me still pinned underneath them, they kept telling onlookers to leave the boy and that everyone else, all white, could go. Folks then started filming the confrontation and shouting that they wouldn't leave me to be killed. I mean, yeah, kudos to those people for sticking around, because he would have been killed, for fuck's sake. I lacked the ability to adequately express my thoughts regarding this moment. How many black people had the same surreal and terrifying experience of strangers talking about their own murders in front of them who didn't live to see another day? They white allies got the attackers off me, and these drunken individuals continue to follow us. We attempted to explain that we're already on public parkland and quite a ways away from the land that they claim. Yet they continued to yell slurs and strike bystanders filming, all while beer cans were still on their hands. Let's see. When they finally came to the beach near our campsite, we were all waiting. Multiple individuals who didn't know each other shared videos and relayed that the individuals had yelled white power and a litany of other derogatory marks and threatened my life multiple times. Also assaulted approximately 6-year-old man who stopped to film the encounter. Yet, so they called 911, transferred to DNR. DNR eventually arrived. They didn't contact us to ensure that no one was injured. Instead, they went directly to speak with the other individuals, the attackers. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yet DNR refused to arrest any of these individuals, even with multiple witnesses, several who filmed the event and corroborated our accounts. Instead, the officers stated they contacted the prosecutor's office, who relayed there was no immediate need to arrest anyone and that the officers would simply file a report. To reiterate, this attack occurred on public land and was recorded by numerous individuals who made statements against attackers for assaulting them and me. I'm gravely concerned that if any other people of color who were to cross their path, they could be killed. I'm not sure I know what to do next. I consider myself a leader. I'm on the Human Rights Commission and do so many other roles and don't know what to do. Leaders are supposed to know what to do, but I'm not going to cry. I refuse to die with these white men on top of me. I still refuse to be a hashtag or some racist victim. I do know that we as a community can stand against racism if we choose. Bloomington, we made 3 public incidents involving overtly racist individuals, or we've had 3 public incidents involving overtly racist individuals who were then backed by the police within a month. Are we going to wait for a black person to be lying dead in the gutter before we act? When is enough actually enough? My enduring gratitude to those who stopped merely being bystanders and acted to aid me, who told the police that they'd seen and heard, and who shared my outrage at the DNR and prosecutor's office in action. If you'd like to do something, please ask that the Monroe County prosecutor Erica Oliphant swiftly act to bring these individuals to justice. There's their email, there's their phone number. I called before making this video, left a voicemail, and sent an email. So freaking disgusting. I mean, goddamn. In broad fucking daylight. And like they said, if those people hadn't have been there, this person box probably would have been killed. I mean, so messed up. And so there is a good, yeah, so definitely reach out to that prosecutor, or Erica Oliphant. Twitter search Eunice_Y Kim, and they have a Google Doc that you can copy and paste to send to Prosecutor Oliphant's office. You just got to change a couple words so it doesn't, get filtered out as spam or whatnot. And yeah, flood their office, leave voicemails. Super, super disgusting that the DNR didn't do anything because supposedly the prosecutor's office said they only need to file a report. I mean, for fuck's sake. And then there's the fucking pieces of human garbage that perpetuated this hate crime. And so there's Oliphant's info, DNR, but I don't think that's like the right number for DNR. I saw a thread earlier that they need to like contact a different division, and I tried calling them earlier, and you can't file a complaint via phone, so you have to do it on their website. I haven't done that, but like I said, I did call, left a voicemail, also emailed, you can call the Indiana Civil Rights Commission. I left a voicemail there, I believe. Let me see. It's this other, I think it's the Civil Rights Division within like the Attorney General's office. You have to file a complaint online. That's what I meant. Let's see. 800. Yeah, so I believe you can, like I said, call the Indiana Civil Rights Commission, leave a voicemail that this hate crime needs to be investigated, swiftly, and encourage the Indiana Civil Rights Commission to, put pressure on these judicial entities to do that. And here are the white supremacists again. Yeah, it's a master race right there, Jesus Christ. And I tried to call that number as well. Didn't go through. The voicemail is full. The place of where they worked at. All right. So yeah, hugely disgusting. But again, not super surprising that this is happening in the United States. The United States was founded on white supremacy and racism. Those currents definitely still run very deep within a lot of individuals and a lot of institutions. Probably why the DNR is told by the prosecutor's office to just file the report. Nobody needed to be arrested for the attempted murder, the attempted lynching of Box Booker. I mean, in broad fucking daylight. And again, like they pointed out, like Booker pointed out, if people hadn't have been there, he would have likely have ended up dead, and they probably would have said it was a fucking suicide or something. So, reach out to the Monroe County prosecutor, flood their email, leave voicemails, contact whoever else we need to, because justice needs to happen, and these white supremacists need to be held accountable. Hugely disgusting.